Hey folks, Damon at Greenhorn Gardening. How to plant arugula. Arugula is kind of an herb. It's kind of an eating green. It works it's good for salads. I have a good friend who he'd rather have arugula on his sandwiches because it has a nice peppery bite to it, the flavor to it. He loves it for his luncheon sandwiches and lunch meat and ham sandwiches and turkey sandwiches, things like that. And I've tried it as well, and I actually think it's superior sandwich green than lettuce. The great thing is it's easy to plant, it's easy to grow, and it grows and it sprouts a lot faster. So we're going to plant the arugula exactly the same way we did with the lettuces. And here we have some cilantro here. It's not doing very well because of the super incredibly miserable frost that we've had here in Alabama that we're not used to. Got down to 15 a few weeks ago. Ultimately killed our cilantro. So we're going to pull the cilantro out. The plant isn't actually dead. As you can see, the roots are very much alive, but it's very much weakened, and so I'm not going to even fool with trying to keep it. I'm just going to take it out there, let the roots dry out. We'll put it back in here and let it all die out or whatever. But the question is how do you plant the arugula? So we're going to peel off the surface here in our buckets. Going to get our Greenhorn Gardening, fertilizer here that we mix up. Like I say, go to greenhorngardening.com/claim to show you exactly how I make this. And I'm just putting some of this in. I've not had a soil test, but this is the zero lime version of this. I'm just going to take that and sort of work it in. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the other yard staple there, homemade yard staple. So we take that, work that in, just kind of like so. That's about all. It's a very nice, you can see we got a nice soil we're working with. It's a combination of some topsoil that I had and some vermiculite and stuff we have over there. Works pretty well for these little buckets. But anyway, so you take it like that, put a little bit of that in there, and that's plenty, believe it or not. Another thing I plan on working on in 2014 is a self-fertilizing bucket so that we have a completely closed system. So, because right now the rain will wash some of your nutrient away, but if we can make a self-fertilizing system, it'd be even better. That dream of a self-fertilizing garden is something I've been working on for several years now. But anyway, you take your seeds, rocket arugula. Just going to put it down in here like so. So I'm going to plant these, scatter plant them, just like I did the lettuces. And we're going to plant a whole bunch of them. Seeing some ants down in there. And we can thin them out as needed. So it's just kind of a microgreen sort of thing. But I use these for the salads, and there we go. Alright, then let me go over here and get some of the soil. I'll be right back. A little bit of this potting soil. This is basically sand, peat moss, and there's some worm castings in it, and just several years worth of just turning in various amounts of gardening waste. And just like we did with the lettuce, just pat it in gently. Again, I'm not going to water it in simply because this soil retains almost always a good bit of moisture. I've never really had these really totally dry out on me, especially this time of the year. And that's basically it. That's planting arugula, and that's how that's going to go. We'll just let that sit there for a couple days and totally die on out, and then we'll just put it back on there and turn it in, or put it back over as a kind of thing, or we may just bury it over here, whatever. So these are this is Evening Star Winter Arugula, and so arugula tends to sprout quickly and it boats quickly, but when you can get them, the great thing is because they boat quickly, if you're looking to save seed, hey, you just let them boat and get the seeds. But what I'm doing primarily here is to get some eating greens between the salad here, leaf lettuces in here, and then the arugula in here. That'll be a nice little sort of salad garden right there. And but anyway, so if you're thinking about planting that springtime garden, and you're wanting to know more tips, more tricks, more ways that I really do this, check out the springtime growers course that I have over on the website, and I'll put a link to it down in the notes. Or check out the raised bed growing mastery course. Has two different methods of growing with raised beds on there, and that I talk about in detail. And just check that out down there in the link and see, figure out which one is best for you. And especially for those of you, it's really meant for people who are just kind of getting started into this and don't really know where to start with doing things organically and whatnot. So check that out, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye bye bye.